This is the Happy Pawdcast, your one-stop space for all things pets, paws, and parenting with heart. I'm your host Sonali Bendre, and this is my co-host IC Behel. So with us we have today the founder of Happy Tales and IC's personal vet, Dr. Karkare. It's because of Dr. Karkare that I have IC in my life. With him, we have Gulshan Devaiah, a renowned actor who has worked in several films and web series, and he's also a wonderful cat parent. And as you can see, we have his cat, Einstein, with us.
Yes,
Right
he's
now,
here.
Einstein is watching IC,
IC.
who's drinking water there.
But
When
I
she
see
returns.
being here is actually helpful. Otherwise, she would want to hide somewhere. It's the first time she's out like this, meeting people and seeing other animals.
Are you serious?
Yeah, the first
Is that
time.
because it's the Mumbai city, or is that her
No, I
nature?
just don't let them out. I don't travel with them. They're at home. They're looked after. Whenever I travel, there are people who look after them. So they're never left alone. And the only time that there's something, they're ill or something like that, I take them to a vet, the hospital, and then they're in their cages, and then the doctors are handling them. So they never have interacted. They've never been with other people.
How old is Einstein?
She's 13. She and her brother both are 13.
13. Yeah,
I
let her.
was
Let's see.
I was very much surprised the way the cat is comfortable, really. I mean, we have been taught about those fear-free clinics for the cats, which is separate from the dogs.
Yeah.
But somehow
She's
this
gonna
cat
prove you wrong, Doc.
this cat
She was
is
going to prove you wrong.
really settled down.
Yeah.
She's going to prove you
Settle
wrong.
down is good. If she wants to go down and explore, that's a good thing.
You
That
think I
means
should
she's
let her?
comfortable.
But she'll be out.
No, I think she wants to hide.
She still wants to. She's watching IC still.
I think she wants to she's very curious. She wants
Yeah.
to pass some judgments.
Doctor also has a cat. Can you tell us more about your cat? What's she or he called?
I have a cat which accidentally came to the clinic, and
Okay.
that was an injured cat. Had cut off his leg, and in a tray she was lying unconscious with the leg separate, kept. And I was looking for the leg, and somebody pointed out that the leg is there. And we could stitch her back. She was in shock, obviously, the treatment, and then she took a long time to recover. She was with us for almost 4 weeks in our hospital, and then gradually she recovered. She started recognizing people who can feed her. Her memory response was very slow, but that's about 4 years back. Now she's a three-legged, jumping up on the sledge,
Yeah.
as usual, destroys everything whenever she feel like.
What is her name?
Stardust.
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 She's a gray cat, and very nice color. With pattern is completely different.
Yeah.
It-
You said she was with you for 4 weeks. That's at your hospital, which is in Chembur.
Yes,
Can you tell us more about your Chembur hospital?
it's actually started with the 27 years efforts to get a permission to start an animal hospital in Mumbai. This is how the last 40 years my profession has changed. 40 years back, sending a blood sample to the human lab was the thing. Then slowly I started actually seeing the samples, clinical samples, but the blood samples and the other tissues, but still we were dependent on to the human laboratory.
Technicians to work on those samples? Is that what
No,
you said?
we ourselves work on to
So
that.
you
because
were
of-
the vet, you had to work as the lab technician also to check the...
we are trained to do that. So veterinarian is basically trained to take an X-ray, look into the blood samples, cut the nails, clean the ears, clean the anal glands. you name it. We do everything together.
Doctor,
We are a
watch
surgeon.
your language.
we, oh my God! So sorry.
First you tell a horror film story, and now you are saying all these unparliamentary words.
Hi, baby.
But
So, Doc, as you're saying that, as a veterinarian, you're doing what a groomer does, a trainer does, a cardiologist, a gastroenterologist, everything put together. A surgeon also.
The only reason I didn't become a veterinarian is because I can't pronounce it. Yeah. Otherwise, I think I would have been a good vet. So what, Naren? Please pronounce it once for me.
Veterinarian.
Veterinarian. Yeah.
Veterinarian.
I did.
So
I really
when did
didn't
you
know.
find out that you're a cat person? Like, I haven't
think
found
very
that
late,
out yet.
very 2012 actually. Um, a very ill and heavily pregnant cat who we eventually named Ira. So she followed my wife up the stairs and she was in distress. So and then she started looking after that cat. I made a little box for it outside our door, and then the other houses also used to look after it. And then she gave birth to 5 kittens, and then suddenly she started hiding them because I think other tomcats were attacking. We were on the second floor, so it's easily accessible. Then my heart just like shattered. I found all the 5 kittens she had hid everywhere, and then I decided, we decided, me and Kaliroy, we decided we will take them in and we will look after them. So
you
and
had
that's
5
how-
kittens?
Yeah, 5 and 3 were adopted.
Oh, so 3
Yeah.
and the 2 remain.
And the 2, yes, baby, you're one of them, honey. Yes.
Yeah.
And she's the smartest. Her name is Einstein. She's the first one who learned how to suck on mama's titties, and also first one who was potty trained, and the first one to climb on the sofa, on the cupboard, on everything. You're the
Yeah.
first. Yeah. She has an IQ of 210, and she's a professional. She's a retired mathematician. She's retired now.
But cats will invariably find out the masters. I mean, from the crowded place, there is one kitty with teary eyes stand in front of you and order you to take home. That's it.
I like the
And
way you
peop-
say order you to take.
And
It's a-
people
yeah.
literally hypnotize. They pick up a cat and take them home,
Yeah.
and invariably that's the.
I
Yeah,
wasn't sure.
my sisters have cats. They've all been picked up like that.
I
It's a
wasn't
difficult
sure,
to
you
say.
know. I wasn't sure. But then I think once they came, they start living, they're
Yeah.
adorable. But then you develop a very strong connection with them. And I know I can't refer to them as my pets. I feel
your
like they are my
babies.
family.
Yeah.
They are my friends. They are my children. You know, it's like that. I don't feel like a pet owner. That sound, it
No,
sounds
we
wrong.
say pet parent, you're not an owner.
No. I mean, I'm fine with
Yeah.
these terminologies. It's okay. I'm nobody to tell, like, no, you can't say this. But I don't feel like that. If
Yeah.
somebody refers to me as even a pet parent or a pet owner or something, they're not my pets. It could be the other way around.
Yeah,
actually.
you are their pet. So when you come back, you with the line of work you're in, you travel a lot, erratic schedules.
Yeah.
So how do they take to it?
Fortunately,
Do they complain when you come home?
yes, they complain. Long periods are tricky, but we also have people who work in my house who are also used to cats, and they really like them.
Okay.
They play with them, they look after them.
You miss them more or they miss you more? when you're not here?
I think it's both ways, but I really miss them a lot. And
Your slave.
then
You're a
and then when
slave.
the both of us are away, that's the difficult
Because
because
the cat parents are saying that.
yeah,
you know, this
because
way.
Kaliroy, she's here, so
Yeah.
so usually when I'm away, like
Yeah.
she's there. They've been with us a long time. She's 13 years old.
What is her brother's name?
Ginger Singh.
Ginger Singh.
Actually, his full name is Yo-Yo Ginger Singh.
Okay, who bullies whom?
They both fight. Allah, they do. They
Yeah?
do. Yeah.
Does she bully him?
I think she manipulates him. She's like the
She doesn't
evil
believe in
mastermind.
bullying. She's
He-
got the high IQ.
He's the more nervous one. Huh? He's very nervous. He's like, his ears go like that, and you can feel the trembles in him.
Why are the cats nervous like this?
And he's a male.
Is that a
ginger.
city thing? Or?
It's not at all city thing, but in the pack there will be always an hierarchy, and that's setting up from the.
No,
He-
one second. No,
he's-
dogs have the packs. Cats are supposed to be lone animals.
Not at all. They are within the pack. So especially if you see these kittens, he said it very correctly that this was a kitten found the first nipple,
Yeah.
right? So she was the dominant,
Yeah.
and then the dominance from that day, the dominance is continuing.
And I think he tries to impose his. He
Yes.
tries.
No, but that way, as soon as the cat looks at Icy, she also backs off. Icy is also smart like that. She knows who's smarter.
You know, I must share this incident. I had a really terrible accident and I broke my knee. It was horrible. I couldn't walk. So I had to get major surgery done on my knee. And they would never come around me when I was walking with the walker. And they would never come on the bed when I was lying down, which they used to. They used to come and sleep with with us, they wouldn't do that. And then once the sutures came off and the stitches started to dry, her mum, Ira, she would come and lick them. It's unbelievable. I started bawling. I was crying because she was looking after me, she was looking after daddy. And it was so, I took a picture, I sent it to Kaliro, I sent it to my mom, and I was like, oh my God, I can't believe this is happening. And she would do it often. And even after it fully healed, my leg, I got back the strength to walk, I was working and everything. Once in a while, she would come and just have a look and give a lick.
Sniff it.
Yeah. It's amazing.
Do they do that?
Yep, they definitely
She would
do
lick
that.
it. Yeah, I mean, may her soul rest in peace. She's missed every day. But I could
When
not
did you
believe.
lose her?
Last year, in March. Yeah.
How are you
she had-
dealing with the grief?
It's better now, but we miss her every day. We miss her. Like for us, for me and Kaliroy, they all have their own way of relating to us. It's very different. They're not the same. Like her, the way she interacts with me is different. The way her brother interacts with me is different. The way her mom used to interact with us is very different. They have distinct personalities, and the connection they form with you
So
is
if you
also.
lost her
It's like
last
human
year-
beings, like how we have friends, no?
Yeah.
Everybody's not the same.
So you lost her last year. So there's been a long period when 3 of them were together.
Yes.
What was their
12,
relationship like?
Tight. Mom was definitely the boss.
Mom was the
Yeah,
boss.
mom was the boss.
After the boss moved on,
I think they were having some. They're having this.
they still haven't established who's the
Their
boss.
political instability is going on between her and her brother.
Animal or basically a world, we say that move on. They also quickly move on. Sometimes the owner keep the leash on their emotions so much that they cannot move on. But
Yeah.
I think everybody needs to move on.
Yeah. But
Yeah.
Doc, they knew she was.
Exactly.
They
The
knew.
animals are much smarter than all of us. They still retain their instinct, and we should give full marks for them. Our
Doc, I
instinct
remember
are,
you telling me this when we had to let Neo
Yep.
pass on, and I've still not been able to get over it. But yeah,
I don't think
I mean,
it's-
obviously, I see got over it, or maybe I don't know if she did or not. But I remember the conversation we had about it, and this is exactly what you said, that you're going to be harming him more than what is it? It's your need. It's not what is good for him. And that stayed with me, that it was more my need. And when I look back today, you were so right, because it was me wanting to hold on to him. And I'm still holding on to that memory. I mean, like I said, I still have the ashes. I haven't let
Oh,
go.
we do
Yeah.
too.
It's a very difficult to let it go, and it's okay. That means there's nothing wrong.
Yeah.
There will be another Neo walking in, and you will be
When?
surprised.
I
I
don't
don't
know.
know. I really don't know that.
Yeah.
Nobody knows that.
But it's okay,
Yeah.
Yeah, whenever
It's all right.
we are already open.
I mean, if
Yeah,
it,
I
you know
know.
what I have to say, if it's not affecting your life in a way that you can't function, then it's okay.
Yeah, it is. I'm sure, but yeah, he will find his way back to me. I'm sure about that. And yeah, let's get off serious topics and get on to some lighter topics. Yeah. So, have your cats helped you play any of the difficult roles that you play? Because you
Yes.
play very different kinds of roles.
Yes, I did one called Ghost Stories with Divakar Banerjee.
Huh.
He's a wonderful director. You must have heard of him.
Yeah, of course.
So,
How did the cat help you?
because I play a monster in it, and then and he said, like, do you have animals in the house? I said, I have cats. He said, just observe your cats and see. So then every day after rehearsals, I would come back and I would sit and watch them sit, lick themselves, and a lot of the cat behavior started. We incorporated into the performance.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it was tough to actually do it the way cats do, because very soon you realize that you don't have the dexterity to
Yeah.
do some of the things. They also land on their limbs,
Forefeet,
front
yeah.
limbs, which humans can't. So we tried. So they even got like a stunt person to try it. It just wasn't working. So we tried. I mean, of course, then we would tone down and keep like, we can't do that, so we
Yeah,
won't
yeah,
do
yeah.
that. So then whatever we could do, we would do. And particularly the way they sit, and it really translated.
There's a way that they
Yeah,
move.
yeah, yeah.
Na? There's
The
a
way
very,
they move,
very,
yeah.
very mindful way that they move.
And the way,
elegance
And the
is
dog
to
will
the
be all
perfect.
over.
yeah, and also they're like, they can quickly change emotion like that. They can be like, and then it's like nothing happened.
Yeah.
It's like that. You just transition from there to there. So I found that very interesting as to how suddenly they'll be like all threatening and their nails will come out, and then in the next split second they're just licking their paws like nothing. This moment didn't
I
happen
like
at
the
all.
way he did that. It was so
Yeah, yeah.
cat-like. It was.
I'm a
wasn't
cat
it?
papa, so like, yeah, I've had
Yeah.
like nearly 14 years with them. So
Yeah. What is
Things
the
have
change
changed.
in the pet parents that you're seeing?
Pet parents, like if you take my mother, before she used to feed curd rice, milk rice, doodh chapati.
but
सगळं
yeah,
व्यवस्थित.
please, what do the like specifically also I would like you to touch once you're done with this.
Yeah.
So these are the few things. Once in a week or twice in a week, if there is any non-veg coming into the family, then probably bones or whatever is to be given. And yes, the animals were okay. I mean, they may not be great. My pet survived through all that milk and bread and whatever we
So
used
that's
to
what
give.
we hear constantly. Oh, that they survive.
Yeah.
But is that
No, that was never a balanced diet.
Mm-hmm.
First, we didn't have much of a variations. That means the most common breed what we seen that time was a Pomeranian, and they were also not a miniature Pomeranian. It's called a German Samoyed or a cross Pomeranian to Samoyed, which is a white fluffy dog which barks constantly.
Yes.
The one of the reason for a barking could be because we are so much pumping him with the sugar that the only thing what he has to let out is just bark, because that's how he burns the energy. Because otherwise the dog's diet should be protein and fat, because that's what they really require for their muscle development as an energy source than the carbohydrate.
And what about cat diet?
Cat's diet is also much more protein than the dog diet, and
More than the
obviously
dog?
more than the dog, and more fat than the dog's diet. So
A lot of people feed cat milk, and it's very common for people to offer milk.
yes, one of those myths will be giving a
Cows.
milk to the cat and the fish to the cat. And
Yeah.
the thing is that especially when it comes to the kittens or puppies which are nursing, their mother's milk is there, and that is much more concentrated than what we can imagine. So probably it's a high protein, high fat, and so much so fat that the bitch's milk or queen's milk or a cat's milk probably have got a much fat in it to the tune of around 30%.
Wow.
When you compare that with a normal cow's milk, which is around 5%, 7% maximum. And
It's a huge difference.
So that's a huge difference. So when you start feeding a cat a 40% protein diet with 20% or 25% fat, you will see that kitten taking a lot of strength. The development is fantastic, good. But same kitten, if you start giving the milk, probably there will be lactose intolerance.
They
because
bloat. They bloat.
lactose intolerance. So lactose intolerance do happen to the dogs and cats. Those, some of them, they don't happen, but that's again a owner's perspective, because lactose intolerance diarrhea is it's accumulative diarrhea. That means once in 3-4 days there is a shooting diarrhea will happen, and nobody blames it to the lactose what we are giving.
But you mentioned fish also, and we've all grown up. I mean, cats and fish, and it's like the goldfish bowl, and when I've seen that, I mean, it's just in our memory.
Cat is always inquisitive species, so that goldfish bowl or anything, even the artificial fish, if you start moving around, they are always there to focus on to what is moving. But
It's
then,
not because they like fish.
no, it's absolutely not. Basically, the salty fish may not be a great food for them, because it will affect their
But if you go
kidney.
to the fisher women that at Kolivada and all, there are
all
always
the
cats
time.
around.
Because that's the easiest protein available to them. So it's eventually, fish is the protein rich diet, and cat understand that I need protein. So if there is any pigeon or a bird or a hen, cat's focus will be more onto the pigeon or a bird
Or even
than
lizards.
actually the fish.
Lizards, they hunt on.
Anything which is moving, basically, if there is a window, there is a pigeons there, your cat's
yeah.
are focus is onto the pigeons. Then
I've-
you try to give a live fish also, they are least interested. That pigeon is the one.
We found bird carcasses in our
Yeah?
house many times.
So
I've
it's
even
the
pulled out
bird
a
and
bird,
not the fish.
a sparrow. I have pulled out of Ira's mouth once. She was going to.
But they were supposed to hunt.
Yes, yes.
Amazing agility comes with that, and what he was referring to, why we cannot be balancing ourselves like a cat, because
Yeah.
first and most important, they have got that reflex of correctness. That means when they are falling, their position is corrected automatically, and this correctness is an inherited character. Probably happens because of their middle ear connected, and the vestibular function is much more stronger.
Okay.
Second thing, their spine is very, very flexible,
Okay.
and they don't have a collarbone, so they land
Yeah.
perfectly. If we decide to land, we will break
Not
our
her,
collarbones.
though, doctor, not her. Her brother, very graceful. Her, plonk.
Why do you think?
But the cats do not have a collarbone, so they land perfectly. That smooth landing. But again, where they land and what height they land is very important. We see a cat jumping off or accidentally falling from a 8, 10, 15, 20th floor. There is chances of, because that even they try to
Correct
correct
it.
themselves, but that depth is going
Too
down,
much.
and then they lose that consciousness, and then they bang. So, and where they bang also is very important.
What do you mean by that?
When the injury associated with the bang is also very important. If there are any objects, if there are, fortunately there are nets, and then probably they can still survive from falling down. But if they hit onto the
Yeah.
The floor is. Yeah.
But so coming back to it, so are you seeing a change in the pet parents and their awareness and what they're coming to you with?
yes, probably they before they contacting veterinarian, they already search what is likely to be a problem with their cats. Only thing is that what you read onto the paper or what you read onto your phone or any of your desktop has to match with your cat. And even now I tell my veterinarians that the blood report has to match with your cat. It should not be, the machine will always show something or the other, but it has to match.
What do you mean by that?
Means this cat is fairly healthy, and if there is anything which is moving up and down in the blood values, should be taken with the correct sense that okay, she had a food, so her liver enzymes are more, she had a food.
Don't panic.
Exactly. So there is no point
Sometimes
in,
when you feed
because
them liver, their the
liver
creatinine
enzyme
levels.
goes up.
Yeah.
So every time people read onto the Google or now Chat GPT, there is everything is come up, all possibilities, and
So
they
what
get
is
scared.
better, Google or ChatGPT?
Okay.
The doctor, which doctor is better?
Dr. Google is focused more or less onto the what is wrong with
No,
your
Chat
pets,
Kar-
and
Dr. Chat Karkare.
Chat GPT is one part which it's gives you a perspective of the owners also. Chat GPT always put a human animal bond together. So if your cat
Really?
is affected by whatever it is, its interpretation to the owners is also mentioned there. That means what it means to the owner. So how the owner should be taken care of it. So please remember that Chat GPT it has got a more data obviously than the Google, and it processes data with the various people have searched onto. So we feed the data. So people do ask this question that my dog is detected with so and so condition. How do I treat it and how do I treat myself? So that information ChatGPT is constantly processing. So it gives you an information how you are going to look after your pet, but how you are going to look after yourself also.
So how have the new vets, or for that matter, for you who's been practicing for 40 years, adapted yourself to pet parents who are coming with information from Dr. Google and Dr. ChatGPT?
I think the pet parents are emotional. You only thing is that you need to convince them that what you are saying is what they have read or understood, that language. So probably if somebody coming in with the appointment obviously tells me that my cat is not eating or my cat is not urinating or my cat is passing blood in the urine, common things. So the first question I will always look into myself, that okay, this is the cat is coming with her, where the owner is going to find out the information, Dr. Google or Chat GPT. Now Chat GPT. So there are 3-4 points ChatGPT has put a narration and then there is a description. Always. If you say those 4 points, it takes 5 minutes for owners to get focused on to your attention. Whatever you are talking, they are fully concentrated because they are listening what they want to listen. And this is more important for the new generation. As long as you smartly tell them what they want to listen, and thereafter you can continue whatever you have to do with it, explain them, everything. Their focus and attention is much better.
Oh, wow. Is that what you do with me, Doc?
You never ask me those type of questions.
So,
but
what do you think are the questions that pet parents should ask but don't ask?
oh, before getting a pet, the first question they should ask is that am I a right person to get a pet? That is the first question every single pet parent or likely to pick up a pet should ask the vet.
Okay.
Particularly the ones who keep huskies.
Everybody. Now the question comes is that has an exclusion, and that's a cat owner.
Oh,
Because they never planned. Cat comes and say, take home, we will see Dr. Karkare later. So the cat owners, they are excused
they
out
have
of
no
it.
choice.
They don't.
It's the cats that are choosing them.
Absolutely. So
But
in
puppies also, when you meet a little puppy, it comes and sniffs around you, shakes its tail, that's it, you're done.
yes, that's true. But when you go to meet the puppy, before that you know that you are going to
Yeah.
meet the puppy. Cat is from nowhere. Cat
Yeah.
is from nowhere comes in front of you. I mean, people have said that they never wanted. And then if you are really genuine and you wanted to, I can't keep the cat. That there's so many times people are traveling so much, they can't keep a cat, but somehow they landed they make all possible arrangement around it. There are people, staff, and then they keep a cat.
So
Cat
that's,
controls
you're
it.
saying that's for should you keep a cat or a pet or not is where what you need to ask, that can I
Yes.
deal or handle, or do I deserve a pet?
To be honest, yes, the deserve is correct because you should require a time for your pet, whoever is doing it. There is a time, it's a commitment for next 12, 14 years. And the people should be able to think and rethink about this commitment.
Yeah, that this puppy that's walking in today is cute, good, I'm having a lot of fun, but this is what
can
I have to
do
deal
my
with for the
best?
next
Also,
14, 15 years.
because you have to try and do your best and whatever. Like animals don't care if you're rich or poor or something. Once they develop a connection with you, they just love you unconditionally.
Absolutely.
But as humans, we want to do our best to make sure that they're well looked after. So that's the question, as Doctor said.
There are two parts to this question also. I mean, everything is perfectly fine. The cat is much matured. It's okay, leave the cat out. Okay. Dog, it's a puppy and it grows and it's like a 2-year-old child. But for next 14 years of his life, he'll be 2-year-old child only.
Right.
Dog aging is taking place. So along with the aging, certain elements are also happening.
Yeah.
Owners have a tremendous bond and they feel every time there is a small change in a dog, they feel pinch.
Yeah.
But they should be involved with the dog to feel the pinch. Cats, it's a completely different, smartest species, definitely hides. Unless the bond with the owner is strong, she will not express that pain or discomfort or whatever it is. Owner has to be vigilant to find it out. Something is missing. And connected owners will find out when they step out. In the house, they know that there is something is missing. They start looking for it.
It's very true, because one jump from the bed Ira did. And I knew that something was wrong with her, because it was it's almost like she doesn't jump like that. She kind of staggered. So I was
So
like,
these
then we
minute-
took her to the hospital and they diagnosed.
These minute details only cat owner knows. 100%. Dog owner is happy. Everything.
So that's
कल
before
तक
you
ठीक
get
हो
a,
जाएगा. कल तक ठीक हो जाएगा.
but that's before you get a pet, I get that. But are there any other questions that you think pet parents should be asking you but never really ask you, or very few of them ever ask you?
I think probably they don't ask because when on a first meeting I give them these answers that when do you need a vet? When should I take my pet to the vet? It's a very, very important question on a first visit. Every single person has to ask, because we should know when it's normal and what is not normal. So obviously, once in a while vomiting, one loose motion, you can definitely say that something has gone into the stomach which has caused the indigestion.
We don't wait for that half of vomit and it's like, doc.
But if the vomit has a blood in it, if the stool has a blood in it, if it is much more regularity has increased, the frequency of it is an increase, those are the things which probably
From
look,
the blood in the vomit reminds me of the IC story. Remember what we went through?
yes.
Oh my God. IC was going through this vomiting, and like I knew something was wrong, especially because she starts like digging into her bed and she's scratching and all of that, and she was throwing up, and that throw eventually it was, and I took her when she threw up once, because it's not something that she does often. So is it like, doc, is it just like, has she eaten something wrong? We went back on it, and I don't think it was that. So it was like, doc, there's something wrong, and is it an infection? Some, bacterial infection or something must have happened. We started the treatment, nothing was affecting, and then blood started coming on. Ultrasound happened. Ultrasound is what we did. All okay, all okay.
X-ray and ultrasound, both
We did. All okay, nothing. We're giving her the treatment. And it's not like her, like this was last year, I think. And it was really not like her to be. She's not an ill puppy, so wondering what is happening, panic. I'm like, doc, is it cancer? Is it what? What is happening? We had gone to the whole spectrum. Guess what it was? At one point, the X-ray or the ultrasound didn't show what. When doc was palpitating her stomach, he caught on to, and it was aam ka gutli in her stomach.
And she
She
never
swallowed.
had aam. Yeah.
And I'm like, doc,
She never has a mango. I don't know how it went.
So I'm like, doc, but it's October or November it was, and I'm like, there has been no mango in my house for so long. Mango season is over.
So which means she swallowed it?
She swallowed that.
By mistake,
now-
playfully, I think.
She wants to gobble up food, and obviously because we don't give that to her, because at one point when she swallowed, we have taken it out of her, and this is not for you. So since somebody was not seeing, she has swallowed the gutli. And I said, but how many months? So all those months that gutli has been in her, and because it was organic matter, it didn't show up in the X-ray and everything.
So aam ka gutli is a very peculiar. Aam ka gutli is basically stays into the stomach for a long time. The acid makes it flat, and then if you really see, it's a thin patla
like
with
a
a
sheet.
gas in it.
Oh.
So it's a metal object with a rough surface with a gas in it. So when it moves further, the edges are tightly held by the intestine, and you can still see the gas. So when you X-ray it, it is very difficult to see unless it is purely obstructing. But moment it obstructs, so food starts, gas
You
starts
could tell this by
accumulating.
touch and not by X-ray.
Because if you do the physical examination, see the thing is that if it is a stomach, if you try to grab it, you can't grab it because it's very deep into the chest. But if it comes into the intestine tract, you can touch it and
how did you have to operate on
you
her?
have to operate.
we had to operate on her. We had to cut her open,
We
and
operated her.
oof, my God. And then we saw that gutli, and we were like, oh my God, it's this.
But that is the most common thing right now in the flat. People feed dogs mango, and the mango kernels are available everywhere on the street, during the April, May, June. In Bombay, there is.
And he told me, he said, you won't believe it, but during around October and November, a couple of months after that, how many cases come to him? And I was like, I didn't know this.
Maybe dogs really like gutli.
Yeah, it's a sugar,
Yeah,
so
of
automatically
course, it's
sugar high.
sweet and like a little sour.
Cat adoptions are on the rise in India. Yeah. So your perspective on it? and
A
yours
lot of
also?
our friends are have some of her siblings were adopted by friends, and even one person we didn't know was not a friend. And recently also we had Kali Roy had managed to save a cat. He was in bad shape, so we found a home. People are reluctant in the beginning because you don't know, because you've not lived with animals, you don't know what to do and all that. But it's also because we have experience now with cats for this many years, we are also able to sort of create, what would I say, a small ecosystem, saying that it's
Right.
okay, we'll guide you.
Right,
It's
right.
not that
Yeah.
And then you start to see that people take their own responsibilities.
Right.
Like one of her brothers, a very close friend of mine had adopted. Her sister was absolutely against it. She did not want that cat. She's like, I'm not going to look after it. It's all your responsibility and all that. And like that, in a few months, she flipped. She's in love with that guy. absolutely madly in love,
Yeah.
like that.
Yeah.
It's just that, and sometimes you do, and we surprise ourselves, as
Yeah,
to how
yeah.
much we can get connected and how much we are willing to prepare to do.
Yeah. Well,
Sorry,
why do
babe.
you think that that cat adoptions are on the
It's a
rise?
basically people, the way he explained, it's a therapy part of it. It's actually a therapy for a lot of people. Once the cat or a pet walk into their life, it changes them completely. They are much more stable, they're much more calmer. It's very supportive. Even the cats are very, very supportive when it
I
comes
told
to
you
the
about my
difficult
knee,
time.
right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's just
yeah.
like,
I
So
thought
supportive.
dogs were supportive. The myth is that cats are aloof, standoffish, and they don't really. They are selfish. A lot of people use that term.
I think they have a personality, and we should respect that personality. When you are in need, they will come running. But
Yeah.
when everything is fine, they have their own life also, right?
yeah.
So we
Dogs
should
come even when
respect.
everything is
No,
fine.
but
No,
there are some cats who are very friendly. Like if you all had come home, she would come and find a way to sort of make friends,
Cats-
because this is a strange place for her.
Yeah.
They're very
No,
friendly and they're
cats are
very
very
affectionate.
friendly in
Yeah.
their own environment. They are very dominating in their own environment, very playful in their own environment. So that's perfectly fine. And the thing which probably I will advise people, only thing is that cats, when you are picking up, get it checked. The
Get it checked.
veterinary check is
Properly
very,
checked,
very
yeah,
important
properly
for them, because many times there are diseases which they suffer when they are a kitten, because some of those diseases are transmitted from the mother to the babies, and babies are left because mother sense it that if she remains with the babies, it's dangerous for the mother.
Oh my God! Once again, there's a lot to unpack here. You're saying that mothers understand that this kitten or this baby has this disease which could harm her,
Yeah.
and
So
she
she
leaves
abandons
it.
her.
Absolutely smart species.
And that's why whenever we find an abandoned kitten, we should
At
get the
least
kitten checked.
get least checked.
So what if the kitten that you found abandoned and you've brought and you find that there is a disease? What do you do?
Treat.
Treat it.
It's not a treat.
Yeah. And many times it's treatable. Like
Treatable.
in some occasions it will be untreatable, but many times, majority of the times, like in a few months, the kitten will be up and running.
If you don't treat it, does it transmit to humans, or what is it? Or is it just that the kitten will suffer?
Some of them, they may transmit to the human beings, but not most of them. Most of them, because they are feline specific diseases. Very rarely you see
They can give it to other cats also. Like if you already have cats, if you bring something.
Right.
Zoonotic part is a little important, where animal to the human disease transmission is there, especially if the cat has got a scabies, if the cat has got worms, especially around worm. These are all simple infections, and we need to look after them so that we can protect ourselves, and then that environment is safe for them and safe for us both.
How many times do you think that parents are actually giving you things just to impress you that I'm such a good parent, and so how do you figure that out, that they're just giving this to me to make themselves look good? I never did that, but,
No, but
I'm feeling that people must be doing it.
But the
Let's
more
clarify.
important here is that the questions you ask has to be open-ended questions, so that there is no yes and no type of a questions. And once you allow them to speak, then they will talk. And your question should be one after the other. The way the sequence of your history taking is related to the purpose or symptoms what they have come for.
So do you actually train the young vets that come under you
Yes.
in this technique of history taking?
Yes, but this is the basic global technique. Everybody should understand that. Talk to the owner, talk to the owner, talk to the owner. Because if you do not, then you are likely to miss completely.
Oh.
So talking to the owner is the most important part. That's how it's a 60% of the diagnosis, and it's a statistically proven. 20% is your diagnostics, what you do thereafter.
It's not just the blood work and the thing, it's talking to the owner.
Not at all. 20% is actually a physical examination, 60% is the history, and 20% what you do the diagnostics.
Now, when you talk to an owner, it's like doing research. I'm digging onto it, but like something happened, we were doing research about it, and people do want to, kind of pretend like they are feeding something which is far more better, and sometimes they're just not able to afford that kind of a thing and want to cut down on it, but they pretend and they tell you that's what they're feeding. How will you know that that's not what they're doing?
No, if you go and lie to the doctor, that's the end of it. Do
Yeah,
not
you
lie
should
to the
one,
lawyer, chartered accountant, and
Yeah,
a doctor.
and a doctor.
Any doctor for that matter.
Not even your pet's doctor. Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Lying is not going to help anyway.
Well, this talking thing is very interesting because once her brother, we did his blood test, and every now and then they do get their tests 6 months just to see because they're old also. So and then his liver values were little on the higher side, but there was actually nothing to worry because when we were talking, they were like, "What did you feed them?" So just the previous couple of nights, some liver with chicken. So that really reflects in the blood report. So if we didn't have that, if they hadn't asked, one would think like, oh, but why are these liver?
Yeah.
You'd think something is wrong.
Correct.
It's just you catch on like it's nothing. It's because he ate liver.
What are the most common mistakes that pet parents make? Dog parents, cat parents.
Cat parents, there are no mistakes.
Okay, sure. Dog parents. All the mistakes, everything dog parents. would tell
Absolutely.
us.
Cat parents
Snake
are
parents. Snake parents.
Cat parents really don't make a mistake because they go with the response from the cat so much that they don't try anything. Even if you try to tell them that change the diet, this diet is bad, okay?
The cat will say, I don't want it.
The owner will say, first of all, let me check with the cat. If she
Yeah,
is
we
going
have
to, if she is going to eat, then only I can make it. If otherwise, then we have to look into the alternative. So that's why any transition takes place in her, we will go gradually, step 1, step 2, step 3. As far as the dog owners concerned, dog owners are again a dog owner. So every single person around them, whatever people say, they would like to follow it without even second thought that right or wrong, or should I check or not check. And
You know, as a dog parent, I'm like, dog is just dissing the dog parent.
But he's not talking about you.
Yeah, but I'm a dog parent
but
too.
the thing is very clear that it's a very friendly, you know, dogs are really friendly, interested into the everything happening around, interested in your plate, their plate. Whoever thinks whatever is the best for their pet, they distribute that knowledge so equally.
Yeah.
And then there is a lot of things are wrong in it, and then still would like to do that. So I personally request people very simply that whatever you want to do, just get some evidence that it is good for your pet, and go for the then evidence-based information. That's the only thing.
Okay. You just mentioned when I was looking at her that she has settled down a bit because her eyes are not as wide anymore, is what you mentioned.
Yes.
So, what are these things?
This is basically,
even we feel that the dogs are so expressive. Look at their eyes.
No, the cats
But-
are also equally expressive. And more so, you can see now that the mellowness has come, the fear has gone down, she's more comfortable.
You know, the dogs, you know, they have like this region which is the eyebrows like humans, that moves for a dog, not for the cats, which is why we are able to pick on their change in expressions much easier.
Than cats. So that means cats are as expressive, if not more.
Yes. I mean, people do have a little bit of a difficulty in understanding, but the owners do have a perfect understanding of their cat. People do talk also about the pain. Can these kids explain they are in a pain? Yes, they are in a pain, they are in a discomfort, they show that. And probably the quiver, shiver, some of the cats
Also,
do
dogs, sometimes
purr.
they go to a place where they're not reachable, then they'll quietly sit there with their head down.
And they will tell you to open the cupboard, they want to go because they'll sit there. So owner religiously opens the cupboard and cat jumps inside, sniffs. Owner has to, whatever work has to be done, it's later. Once they know that the cat is out, owner will shut the door. Otherwise the owner is standing there.
Yeah, or you leave the cupboards open. In my sister's house, the cupboards,
Yes.
you cannot. She's saying, I can't. I said, you know, whatever, just put it in the cupboard and lock the cupboard if you're stepping on. She's saying, are you mad? I can't lock my cupboards. It's my cat's favorite place. So the cupboards are open, and I'm like, then you need to figure out some other way. She's saying, I don't care. Let it be open.
Absolutely.
Yeah, that's the thing. Interesting. So you are very, very passionate about adopt, don't shop. Do you want to talk more about this?
Absolutely. Like I think, you know, the whole stray animal thing is also a bit of a problem. Be it dogs on the street or something like that, they shouldn't be, and particularly with dogs, they have been tampered with by humans, and they have kind of almost genetically modified to sort
Yeah,
of
they are.
be a certain way. So they can't hunt or find food for them. They scavenge. So and then there is an issue because they
What does this
chase.
tail mean?
Okay, she's settled down. She's a little anxious.
But she's inquisitive, like she just doesn't want to sit still. Hey, baby. So it's definitely better if you give them a home so that they're off the streets. They will bring you some joy. Yes, it's definitely a responsibility that you have to be up for. In certain, to some degree, it's a menace also, like particularly with dogs. So it's always better to sort of adopt them and give them a home. If you do want to control the problem, it's it's a very cruel manner that the government usually controls these things with the stray dogs.
I think the making the community aware about benefits of adopting the dogs on the street. They are community dogs, and we should
I love that.
teach.
Yes.
We should teach the community to adopt it.
Because you can't take every dog home.
Absolutely, it's a simple. You see, the watchman keeps 2 dogs. He should understand, or he should made understand that तुम सो सकते हो रात को, कुछ भी होगा तो कुत्ता पहले खड़ा रहेगा, और कुत्ता रहेगा तो कोई आएगा भी नहीं.
Right. So a society can adopt them. It doesn't have to be every individual.
But if there is somebody who is coming forward to adopt them in the house, that's much better.
Okay.
The only concern is absolutely right. The society right now, what we are doing is that we are getting those dogs, getting neutered and living back onto the street. Poor chap, doesn't have that testosterone or estrogen to fight with the packs, doesn't, as you said, there is no hunting space. So he's remained tortured by its own pack because he's neutered.
So you mean, can I say that if this is what, if you have to do the community dog, you should take care of them as community dogs, and if you're going to put the collar on them, vaccinate them and neuter them, then you also feed them.
Yes, absolutely.
And give them a corner which is warm and dry to sleep in and be secure in your compound.
Yes, I think that's much better than leaving them on the street.
Fair enough.
I'm just saying that you can do a lot better than what you think people should do.
So a lot of times when people are doing these drives and then neutering and then we're leaving back, you're not doing the full circle is only if you can shelter and feed those in those community areas.
So purpose of a shelter, if you see from the shelter medicine part of it, which is a veterinary science also looking after shelter medicine, is obviously you collect the animal, spay, neuter, look after the animal till its best health, and then send it for the adoption.
Correct.
It is never street, give it back into the street. You have to have a stronger adoption cycle, and that is the most important for the quality of a life we can give them. Otherwise, on the street, the life is pretty tough for them.
Like, this is a little gruesome what I'm going to say. When I was a little boy, I used to go to school, and there were lots of dogs, and usually during lunchtime, they were a bit of a menace because they used to come and snatch food away and all that, because dogs can't hunt, they scavenge.
Yeah.
So if they're hungry, this is the only way, they will come and they'll snatch food out of your tiffin box. You know what they used to do to get rid of the dogs?
Oh, I don't want to do.
They used to be shot.
Okay.
They used to call some people who used to come with guns and shoot them. All of us would be sent away inside, and we weren't allowed to watch, but we could hear bang, bang. Terrible. The way we humans have created these dogs. They are not wild dogs anymore, and this is how we don't take responsibility for to at least see the rest of them with some dignity, the rest of their lives with some dignity. So I think that responsibility as a society we should take and do your best. You don't have to build a palace and sacrifice your entire life for it, but we can definitely do better than that and give them some dignity.
Definitely. I think it's time to bust.
Sorry,
a film.
but then I had to I
Yeah.
suddenly remembered this and
No.
it's there in my head and it was, it's just.
I know. I mean, it's something, it's gruesome. I mean, we'll never forget this, what you've mentioned. And yeah, also, that just goes to show where we need to, as a society, go. How do we educate
This
our
used to happen in
children?
our school, huh?
That's the
Not
thing.
in our school.
But
In the
now
private school.
also there are certain places where the schools have started teaching the children how they should feed the dogs so that they're not hungry and they're not snatching. So I think we are getting there, a bit slow, but we are getting there, because I think we've also understood that just one individual adoption is not going to be the answer. We need more of a community
adoption.
work through it. Did you know that dogs have about 100 facial expressions and most of them made with their ears?
Yep.
A dry or warm nose means your pet is sick.
Not always. It depends on to the weather outside. If it is too humid, then it will be a moist nose. If it is this rainy season, it will be moist nose. If your dog is dehydrated, it will be dry nose. So a dry and wet nose, it's just you have to look into the general aspect. But
Okay, it doesn't
otherwise,
mean fever or something.
absolutely, it doesn't
Okay,
mean
myth
fever.
busted. Purring always means a happy cat.
Most of the time, but sometimes they are cats. So any discomfort, any social uncomfortableness, if they are in pain, they doesn't agree to the situation around them because of the stress, probably intercat, they can still come back to the owner and start making the purring sound. So
So it can be most of the time true,
most
but
of the
it
time
can
it's
be.
satisfied, but it can be other signs also.
Okay. Indoor cats don't need flea prevention.
Indoor cats do need flea prevention as well as vaccinations, because he is the best example. He goes out, the other cats knows that he has a cat, so they keep coming on to the
I
sniffing
interact
around.
with cats and we saw fleas in them, and the only reason they could have come is because through humans, because when we go outside, if I see another cat, I'm doing
You
so
were
I'm
just
touching it.
standing on chatting with somebody, the cat will somewhere come and rub the nose, and
Clipping a double coated dog helps them stay cool.
not at all. The double coat purpose is to basically trap the air to keep the body temperature at a uniform level. So please do not clip your dog's coat. The coat is not only protecting from the environment, it regulates the temperature, and most of the time we see the clipping injuries post clipping, and they are really dangerous. That means they take a longer time to heal. Along with the clipping, there is a burn mark. So actually clipper is used, which has got a metal blades, and for a double coat dog you have to use it for a longer time to remove the coat. The stainless steel blade gets hot, and then sometimes you see those marks, and the hair never comes back from that area then, because it's already scalded the skin top layer.
Oh dear.
Wow.
So the injuries are, so I personally request everybody that I have seen and feel really sad and helpless. Every summer I see golden retrievers, Labradors, every dog, German Shepherd shaved. This is a cruelty.
And their personalities change when they're shaved. They don't
Absolutely.
like it. They're very, very.
Absolutely, they don't like it.
Yeah.
But owner feels that they must be feeling hot. That's a common answer, I get it from every single owner. In spite of telling them somebody does it, and
So no, it's a myth. Ibuprofen helps humans. Maybe it might help my pet too.
not at all. Any of those non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drugs are going to cause a lot of inflammation in the stomach and
But they're
intestine.
anti-inflammatory
Yes.
for humans, not
Yes.
for the dogs.
Not for the
Or
dogs.
the cats.
No for the cats and no for the dogs, because
Okay.
it will cause hemorrhages in the gastrointestinal tract. It will result into the acute kidney injury, and then we will have a different problems.
Set of problems altogether. Cat fur causes asthma.
Not true again, because
You could be allergic and that could
there is
trigger
no proof for what we say it.
Okay.
Unless somebody does an allergic testing and they found that a cat saliva or cat coat is causing them the allergy, then probably they are predisposed to the asthma because of cat, otherwise not. It's
Otherwise
very,
not.
very rare.
Okay. Declawing your cat is no big deal.
People should know what is a declawing.
What is
Declawing is not a nail cutting. Declawing means the last digit, that is a bone, to be surgically removed. It's very painful. It takes a longer time to heal. It causes a lot of difficulty in walking for the cats especially. It's a cruelty.
Because they
But why
grip
do
things.
But why do people do it then?
Because if you don't teach your cat to hold the nails inside, then it hurts. And it hurts.
So
He
how
got
do you-
some. He got
yeah.
some scratch marks
I have
around.
lots like
Yeah.
battle
So
scars.
how do you teach them to hold the nails inside?
Oh, simple way is
You
that
just
when
said
the
that you can't teach cats; they teach
no,
you.
no. But you can, obviously. It's see, the nature is very funny that wherever there is a action, the reaction happens, and the reaction is a corrective. The animal learn it also.
Okay.
So we take in a wild case, the tiger stepped onto the big thorn which passes through and through. He pulls it out. He limps. He is in pain tremendously. Next time he sees the thorn bush, he is hungry and the prey is inside. He'll never step out. He will circle and go away. This is the pain induction itself is a method of corrections. In our domestic cats, if the nail is out and if you tap on the center of a nail with this, they'll immediately take it inside. You can try that. It's very easy way to do that. And then whenever the cat is climbing, they will keep the nails inside.
But I let them. I'm like, yeah, go for it.
That's okay, but you could do it if you want to.
If you want to.
somebody
Just
wants to.
gently, and it's not a hard tap, just a tap it,
Yeah.
they take it inside.
But we know
Interesting.
another cat. It's not with all cats. When you pick her up, she doesn't. The claws don't come.
I'll believe you. Petting shelter dogs spreads illness.
Not at all.
Not at all. Pets can't express pain. They do. We spoke about it. They can.
Yeah, definitely.
Dogs can definitely tell you. Cats hide it, but owners understand it. We
And
tell
cats
more
them.
are
importantly,
told
cat will tell the pain of the owner also.
Owner also.
The way he said that
No,
they come and sniffing and they sniff
Yeah,
at the
yeah.
particular part.
But apparently they have high tolerance to pain, but still you can.
Yeah,
Pain
yeah.
is a pain.
Like he
so
said, the owners know it.
owners know.
One dog year equals 7 human years. Is it true?
Not really, because if you see the first year, the dog grows very rapidly. So the first year is equal to 15 years.
Are you
Right.
scaring me?
Then thereafter, the aging process slows down.
Slows down.
So it's not that, but okay, a rough calculation if somebody wanted, but that is completely wrong. People can refer to the actually correct chart of age of the dog and age of the human age. There are charts available.
And is
Okay.
this
Google.
similar for cats, or like is it different?
There's a little
calculation?
bit of a difference because cats still mature faster. So probably if the small dog matures in 7-8 months, cat will mature in 6 months.
Yeah, they're ready to like give birth in 6 months.
Yes,
So-
and thereafter every 2 months.
yeah. Oh.
Yeah, crazy. I heard that on the podcast. We had a guest who told, and I was in shock. Pets only thrive on raw food.
Raw food is probably a very natural diet, but as people's expectations increase with the lifespan of the dog, you need to feed them wholesome diet.
What do you mean by wholesome diet?
Wholesome diet should comprise all parts, which includes protein, fat, fiber, carbohydrates, and vitamin, minerals, oils, whatever we make into a wholesome meal.
When you look in the wild, why is it that lions and tigers eat the inner organs first and then eat the rest?
Basically, they open the abdomen for the purpose of a fiber, because the muscles, they get a protein and fat. Abdominal fat is a quick energy, but the fiber is also equally important for their gut. That's why some of the animals, they go and eat grass,
Right?
and because the fiber
It's
is
insoluble.
needed.
It's like
so
how
if we
we
add vegetable to their diet, is that not good fiber?
Unfortunately, Indian vegetables is batatechi bhaji.
No.
So that
असं
start-
कुठे
that-
stock? आम्ही दुसरे पण तर
That
vegetables
is
खातो.
we Indian eat vegetable as a starch source, right?
No,
we
I
cook it.
love vegetables.
You love vegetables as long as they are sauteed, as long as their steam and the fiber content is maintained and given to them. That's correct way
So
of
we
giving.
can steam vegetables and
like
give them.
Yes.
beans or like some spinach or
Probably the red pumpkin,
Red pumpkin.
the
beetroot,
carrots,
carrots,
carrots.
green peas, corn. So these are the good fiber sources for them, and you can give that.
And steam it, not boil.
Steam it, absolutely steam it.
But tell me, they say that pets can predict weather and natural disasters if they're going to happen.
Whether India will win the next cricket match. or not.
But
That way, they also say that pets can see spirits. Would you believe it?
I think
And we're asking the expert.
We
not
can't.
you.
If I ask Dr. Karkare, Doctor, do you think pets can see spirits? He might throw something at me from there. So you tell me, do you think?
I don't know.
I think if you ask me about your both the questions, is that the animal have maintained their instinct and they have got a keen power of listening and observing the nature, which humans have lost it completely. So the weather change, direction change, if there is a sound under the earth, if there is any sound which is rumbling, they can understand. Bird can fly. If you see the elephant going onto the higher places, these are being recorded. But they are there and that's their natural instinct. We lost everything on the gadgets.
Chalo, maybe spirits also have it.
No,
Who
but
knows?
maybe
I
because
don't
they're
think
so
so, the
sensitive.
spirit.
Huh?
No,
I don't think so. The spirit is also possible because they can definitely sense something, but the spirit can also sense them, right?
Yeah.
So I don't think so. There is a possibility.
It could be a sound that they heard that we didn't hear,
Yeah.
and they're like looking in a particular direction.
Yeah, it could be that. Let's leave it at that.
Let's leave it at that.
But
Yeah.
tell me, Gulshan, did you know that there were so many myths that
Yeah.
doctors busted today?
I did because I've been living with these wonderful creatures for nearly 14 years now. So a lot of these things are questions that I also had, and every time we would go to the vet or meet other people who had animals in their house, we would ask them and we would share this knowledge, and that's the thing.
Actually,
like it,
that's very, very important.
Yeah.
The owner sharing correct knowledge rather than the thing.
the first thing we found out was
Rather
about
than
milk.
social media knowledge.
No, it's see, everybody has to make sure that what they are putting it has to have an evidence behind. So there are the biggest right now thing in the market is nutraceuticals. Everybody wants
Yeah.
to have omega, everybody wants to have a joint supplement. There are really few products which works beneficial for the dog's gut. There are few products, very few products which works onto their joint, and only fish oil works onto their general omega supplementation, and that is being proved.
Okay.
Rest of them, they are in a research which may include turmeric powder, which may include the hemp oil, CBD oil. No evidence yet to prove that a large sample. People have tried on a 200 dogs, 100 dogs, 50 dogs. This is very globally, it's
Which
a
is
very
small sample
small
size.
size. Because if there are any side effects, then what happens is that the small group remove that animal. They never continue with the. So it has to be a lifetime story of the animal. That means you want to add certain ingredients to them and observe them for the entire life. Then only you will come to know the good or bad.
Like the vegan diet. Remember at
Absolutely.
one point it was such a thing, the vegan.
Absolutely.
And then it turned out that it was one of the most harmful things that you could do to
So
the dogs.
vegan diet, cereal-free diet or grain-free diets, they are good to some pets, definitely. It's not that they are bad, especially for the pets which suffers with the skin diseases, allergic reactions, constantly having atopic skin conditions. For them, even for that, a raw meat diet is also sometimes allowed, but just don't overdo it. Try to balance it. You need to balance everything.
So some trivia questions while I can get away with, doctor, with all this trivia question. Who else do I ask? Can I groom my dog with coconut oil?
Oh, very sticky, very oily, very difficult to remove it. Not much benefit. Dog will lick it. If it is in excess, will have a loose motions. And if there are marks left onto the floor, people will slip and break their legs.
He's like made it very clear what he thinks. How often should I take my dog for a walk every day?
Depends on which breed you have. Probably all those small dogs
Don't really
Poodle.
need that much.
doesn't need much of an exercise as an exercise, but the larger breed dogs definitely need. Probably this size dog should spend at least 45 minutes to 60 minutes walking,
In a day.
playing, and doing some activity which is suitable to the age and
Right.
time of the day you are doing it. Preferred activities are early morning before the sun get too hot in especially Mumbai and the other cities, and the evening time after 6:37. This much pleasant weather even in a summer, so that will help.
Right. And especially because also what I've learned from him that the heat outside, the humidity, and then into the AC is the worst thing you can do
Absolutely.
to the
Basically,
dog.
dog pants and let them pant. It's a good thing. Their coat is basically insulated by your double fur, but panting is the only way they can spend its energy out.
Okay.
So don't
cooling their
make a
body.
drastically.
They're cooling
change.
themselves.
Yes.
Yeah. But if you drastically put them into a AC room, it's
What she said about the Saint Bernard at 12 o'clock
Oh yeah.
and goes back into his chilled room of 16
That's not
degrees,
good
that's
for
a
it.
dangerous.
yeah, it's very dangerous because it's actually life threatening.
Yes.
Yeah, it's scary. What are the safe and dangerous scents for dogs?
Scents. Okay. For the smell wise, cigarette smoke, any other smoke, that's too dangerous because it's an irritant. Any painting, any polishing smell is bad.
Chemical smell. You would say.
Chemical smells are bad, but there are certain lavender and the other what we use commonly in the house. They are okay. Eucalyptus is too harsh. I mean, if you take a pure eucalyptus, you will realize that it starts burning your nose. Even humans.
Yeah.
Those are the things which you should avoid.
So gentle smells
Gentle.
is what
And
we mean.
lilies for cats, no?
Lily, actually, the lily is the flowers are quite dangerous.
Quite bad, yeah. I didn't know, so I get sent flowers. Sometimes I just leave it outside the door.
Yes, absolutely. That is not the one which we should accept it, even with the whatever fondness people want to give it. But no lily.
We are allergic to those.
Yeah, but people
The
like
pollen.
sometimes
Cats
they
are
don't know.
dangerous. I mean, probably under the nameplate, if you mention that this is a cat house and
No
cat
lilies
is a
allowed.
boss, no lilies allowed.
Wow, that much, huh?
That-
Yeah, you
that's-
should also put no arm gutli allowed.
What dental care should be given to the dog?
Ideally, the brushing, and it's you can start as early as whether it's a cat or dog. Brushing teeth is simple. Start with your finger first. They love you so much so that they keep on nibbling it. But then you can start using the toothpaste and then slowly start going into toothbrush. Directly starting a toothbrush is not a great idea actually. It sometimes hurt the gums.
What
It's
about
called
these
bleeding.
sticks that you get, treats that you get, which say are dental chews? What about those?
Anything which really require for a cleaning of a teeth should be bigger than the size of the head of the dog. Otherwise, it's going to crush and swallow. So the purpose of a dental, any of those sticks, is really the dogs. If you regularly feed in 30 seconds, it will finish and doesn't help also.
How often should you bathe your dog?
Plain water bath is a very hydrating and you can do it as per your convenience. Application and shampoo is basically a synthetic, and shampoo means a detergent, whether it's ours or theirs. So it makes the skin dry.
Okay.
And you should use it very carefully. Ideally, you can use it once in 3 weeks to 6 weeks. I have got clients which gives a bath once in 6 months. You see in the Northern America or any of these developed countries, it's so expensive to give a bath. They don't give a bath also, but then they need to brush. I know few of the animals which are dogs, show dogs, never given a bath, but groomed, brushed twice or thrice a day rigorously.
Right.
And that keeps the coat beautiful.
So it doesn't necessarily have to be a bath.
Absolutely. Shampoo will make the skin dry, so avoid it.
Got it, got it. Do all cats hate water?
Not really. Something like our Indian cats or Persian cross, they will hate water because they are not comfortable. Maine Coon loves water. That means she can go and stand in a wet monsoon weather and chill herself. Few cats would like to swim also, but it's
Oh, really?
your
Yeah, but
it's-
tigers swim.
it's your
Big
exposure.
cats, but
How you
domestic
expose
cats
it.
he's talking about.
How you expose them is the more important, if you yourself is a hesitant of doing anything, your pet will follow that instinct very quickly. I have got a few cats which really swim in the tub. Owner shoots them. You see videos on Instagram, but they have been trained to do that. But if you leave it to her, probably she said this is a stupid exercise.
But do they really need to be given a bath? I thought cats clean themselves.
No, they should not be given a bath also. It's not needed. Unless they are really dirty, unless they went into some place and something toxic applied, otherwise it's very painful. It's too painful for the owner. Ask the owner.
Yeah, but also we rarely bathe them when they are like, when we feel that, like when we were shifting or something like that, then like...
Exactly. The dirt, dust, anything contact will stick onto them, and we don't want that to leak. So automatically we have to wash. And after your complete bath drying, she will clean herself as if you had made a mess of her.
That's true.
So she'll sit and
They'll go hide under the bed and they will do their thing.
Their thing, correct. But it was such a fantastic episode. I know it was a little longer and there were a lot of questions, but I had so many questions for you. But thank you so much, both of you. It was so
really
enjoyable. I really had fun on this. Thank you guys for tuning into this episode of the Happy Podcast. If you had as much fun listening as we did creating it, help us spread the positive vibes even further. We've got plenty more tail wagging episodes coming your way. So stay tuned, stay kind, and maybe sneak in an extra treat for your furry friend today.
That's great.
Catch more possum content on our YouTube channel RosePod and on Instagram at the Happy Pawdcast. Until next time, keep those tails wagging and those hearts smiling.